Oh, hello. Nice of you to join me today. Thank you guys for stopping by we're not even going to do it. We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. We're going to be nice today, okay? This is Good Friday, guys. This is Good Friday, and I hope you guys kill these stupid motherfucking rabbits. Yes, I am a little salty. I hate these fucking rabbits. But we're not gonna talk about these little piece of shit bunnies that keep popping up every 3 hours. We're not gonna talk about them. We're not gonna talk about them. Why? Because they want us to talk about them. They want us to we're not going to. We're not going to talk about them. Okay, a couple things we need to address, guys. Actually, one thing I do want to address. This is not, like, necessarily game related. But yesterday I saw in chat somebody was saying Bren Chong is a racist player, that he only attacks Chinese. I want you guys to understand we have Chinese players in our guild, okay? Bren Chong is not fucking racist, okay? There's just a lot to the story that you guys don't know, and we're not going to go into it. But just know, Bren Chong is not racist. You fucking retards that think he is. You know, that's exactly what you are. You're a fucking retard. Okay, so, now, some of you guys were asking me yesterday because, you know, I discussed in a video, I guess, at some point saying that I don't like to farm players 1 versus 1 because I feel bad. Yes, I have a little bit of a conscience. Not much of a conscience, but I do have a little bit of a conscience. Enough for me to not sit here and attack little people. So you guys were like, well, how do you get fucking resources then if you don't farm them from these fucking little guys? Okay, let me show you guys something. Let me show you guys something here. Okay? You got this little thing here called the cargo ship. You get resources all fucking day. You get resources all fucking day from this thing. Okay? Let me show you guys another really, this is a really good secret here. Really good secret. You have things like this. You see this? This is called a resource tile. Woods. 189,000 wood left. I'm not going to take it from this guy. What about this? There you go. 247,000 ore. You can gather. Go lowest troops. Lowest tier. Boom. Just like that. That is how you can get resources. Another way, whip out your fucking credit card. Spend some fucking gems. Your guildmates send you some. I mean, there's like 1,000 ways, man. You've got, you know, the resource tab. Yeah, it's in the resource tab. The resource tab. You come in here, and you scroll all the way down somewhere, and you've got these, your resource boosts. Use those. I mean, Jesus Christ. Is that even really a question? Do people really not know how to fucking play the game without farming little people? Now, I'm not saying not to go farm little people. I know somebody took it that way and was fucking running their mouth here in chat. I never said that. I said for me, I just don't like doing it because I feel bad, man. I feel bad. I know what it's like to get fucking trampled on. So hashtag Gasm supports the little people, okay? Since we're on like this hashtag kick. Hashtag dicks out for Gasm and hashtag vaginas out for Gasm. And hashtag clits out for Gasm now, by the way. I'm waiting for somebody to start hashtag tits out for Gasm. Hashtag ass out for Gasm. Why don't we just keep the fucking list going, guys? Why don't we keep it going strong? I love it. It makes me happy. See, it makes me smile. You guys make me smile. And this is Good Friday, so on Good Friday, it's always a Good Friday when it's hashtag tits out for Gasm. Hashtag tits out for Gasm. But seriously though, guys, in all seriousness, like I feel bad when I farm the little players because it's almost like I feel like I'm being a dick. I feel like I'm being a dick. And I know you guys are like, well, maybe they just need to know how, you know, learn how to defend themselves, or maybe they need to learn how to, you know, hide troops or this and that. Yes, that is true. That is true. They do need to learn. But I'm not going to be the asshole that sits here and teaches them. And, you know, when they say, hey, why do you attack me? Well, you need to fucking learn how to play the game. That's not a cool response, man. That's not a cool response. I don't like rude players. You know, I understand it's a war game, but there's tactful ways that you guys can say, you know, hey, I'm sorry, it wasn't malicious. I'm just farming for resources. End of story. You know, some of these people that have sent me screenshots of the replies they get from larger players in the game when they ask why they attacked them, you guys are fucking dicks. Some of you guys are really fucking dicks. And I have a feeling that you guys are dicks on game because you're bigger players, because your actual dick in real life is really fucking small. So you feel like you're like a dominant powerhouse in this fucking game, which you guys are. You are. Compared to the smaller players, you are. So congratulations. You actually amounted to something in the cyber world, okay? Congratulations for amounting to something in a fucking game that means nothing. When in real life, you're lonely, sitting there, fat, naked, playing this fucking game and beating up on little guys because... Actually, you might not even be able to see your dick. Maybe you're fucking fat. You can't even see your dick. So you come on here and beat up some little people so that you feel better. It's the only way, you know, it's the only way that you feel good about yourself. So fuck you guys. I hate gamers like that. You guys, you know, you guys are the ones that make gamers. I'm not. Why am I going on a rant? Why am I going on a rant? You know what? Woo-saw, bitch. Because this is Good Friday. I'm not gonna... We need a drink. We need a drink. This whole video's now been a rant. Thank you. Ugh. Alright, that's it. I think I'm done. I think I'm done because I can just feel myself like I'm going to keep ranting, and I don't want to keep ranting. Oh, no, I'm not done. I'm not done. The other thing I wanted to point out, somebody had asked me, okay, if you have not unlocked T4, should you build T1 as a free-to-play player? Okay, this is as a free-to-play player. There is a lot that goes into answering that, so I don't really want to say yes, and I don't really want to say no, because there's several factors that you need to consider before deciding if building T1 or T2 or whatever is worth it if you have not unlocked T4. And I say this because your research is going to be important, okay, where your research is at right now, because you can get your research pretty high as a free-to-play player, okay? Let's be honest, you don't have to be pay-to-play to get your research decent, all right? To unlock T4, you know, there's free-to-play players who have done that by now at this point in the game. But a majority are still at the high end of a T3 player, okay? So it depends on where your research is. It depends on what level your castle is. I say that because that also determines how many troops you can hide. All right? So your castle is important because of how many troops you can hide. It also affects, infirmaries will also affect, you know, the decision there ultimately on whether it's worth it or not. How many infirmary spaces do you have? How many troops can you hide? Where are you at on your research? What kind of gear do you have? Do you have semi-decent jewels on your gear? And there's a lot of variables that go into this, so I don't want to say yes, but I'm definitely not going to say no because there is a yes in there somewhere, okay? It's just there's a lot to think about before doing it. And the reason I say this is because if you don't have enough, is that a word? Enough. If you don't have enough T3 troops, your T1s will be plucked off pretty easy, and it takes a lot of time and resources to build those T1 troops to a high enough number that it's actually going to matter. Now, I know the person who was talking to me, going back and forth, and some of the other guys who messaged me about this, asking the same question or similar questions, were not talking about eating rallies. I understand that you guys were not talking about a rally eating composition, but you guys still wanted to know if 1 versus 1, is it beneficial? It is, but you have to make sure that you will have the appropriate amount of spaces in your infirmaries and be able to hide when necessary, okay? So, you know, as well as your research and everything else that I mentioned. Now, if you do have that ability, say you already have a few 100,000 T3, yes, what I would do is I would start mixing in T1 range. And, oh, another thing. You know, we're going to have to go over this free-to-play build. We're going to have to actually do a separate video for this free-to-play build because it's actually really good to discuss and theory craft here. And you know, we can throw some ideas out there, and then any of you guys who have ideas can throw some feedback back as to what you've done that you've had success with. But anyways, I want to backtrack here because I want to go back to yesterday's video where I was talking about my army, and I was talking about why I built my army. Yes, I was drunk as hell. Okay, so let me clarify one thing. The army composition that you saw yesterday, favoring ranged troops, you do not use ranged phalanx, period. The end of story, okay, as defense. End of story, all right? You just don't use it. There's a setup that you can achieve that will allow you to use it, and maybe you can switch to it. You know, in an emergency situation, yes, you could switch to it, but I am telling you, for a majority of the time, 99% of the time, you will not use a ranged phalanx, okay? It is a massive, major fucking fail switching to a ranged phalanx when being attacked with the army composition that I have. My thoughts were all over the place yesterday. I was kind of foggy, as you could tell from drinking. So I was kind of all over the place. Please forgive me for that. But I just wanted to clarify that because I did get several messages asking, are you saying we could use ranged phalanx or not? I kind of got mixed signals. The answer is no. Do not use ranged phalanx, okay? Let's just keep it simple. Don't use it. Stay with infantry or stay with cavalry phalanx, okay? If you are going to favor ranged as a supporting defensive unit. Alright, I think I've said everything now. I think I've said everything. Let's go over this one more time. Hashtag dicks out for gasm. Hashtag vagina's out for gasm. Hashtag clits out for gasm. Hashtag tits out for gasm. I fucking love you guys. Stay sexy as fuck. I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a great Easter. You will not be hearing from me until next week. So enjoy the fucking weekend, guys. I love you guys. Be safe. Make sure you drink a lot. Drink for me. And I will see you guys next time.